In addition, here we need to introduce another very important reserved word in SQL. It's called foreign key. Foreign key is very important. Let me clarify what is a foreign key. So foreign key denotes a field or attribute whose value are the keys in some other relations. For example, if we are creating a sales table for the beers, we have to refer to the beers table as well as the bar table, right? Denote the bar says some beers at some price. And we are borrowing this attribute beer as well as bar name from the bar table and the beer table, right? So these two attributes are actually the keys in the bars table as well as the beers table. If so, then we have to declare these attributes as the foreign keys. So here let me provide more information. So we can declare an attribute as a foreign key if this attribute is a primary key of another relation. So this foreign key can declare this attribute is a reference. It is like a pointer pointing to some other relations or some other tables. And let me provide you with a more specific example. Let's assume we have two tables. The first table we have is for the students, right? We have a students table. Inside the student, we have a bunch of attributes. We have a student ID, right? As well as the name, the login address or email address, age, and GPA. And we insert this table into some data tuples. There's three students, Jones, Smith, and Smith, right? They have different IDs, different names, login email address, GPA, and age, right? Besides this student's table, we want to create one more table denoting the student enrolled in some courses. Therefore, we can create a new table for the enrolled, right? We can declare this table as something like this. We create table enrolled. Inside this table, we have a bunch of attributes. We have a student ID, denoting the student enrolled into some courses, right? We have student ID is child 20. We have course ID is also child 20. We have grade, denoting the student get a grade for the course, right? It's child 2. We'll create a table like this, right? And we know the key for the table will be SID combined with SCID, right? Denoting the student enrolled into some courses. So we can declare this SID and CID together can be a primary key for the table, right? Okay, then let's come back to the enrolled table. So inside this enrolled table, we have a first column is SID, second column is CID, third column denotes the grade, right? We have some example of the data. The first one is ID of Jones, right? Enrolled into two courses, in case B and C. Another one is for the Smiths, right? Into another course, get A, and Jones also enrolled into the history, in case B. So you can see for the enrolled table, and the first column actually is from the student ID, right? From this column. In other words, in the enrolled table, we're referring to a specific student, right? Via this ID, we will be able to refer to the student in the students table, right? In other words, this SID here will be a referencing key into some other tables. Then we can declare this attribute as a foreign key when we're creating this enrolled table. We say this one is foreign key SID reference to the students table, right? As shown here, we declare this foreign key SID references students. Foreign key and references, they are the reserved words in SQL. We have typed in the SID as a specific attribute, students as a specific tables from outside, right? Besides, this SID is similar for the CID. We reference to some other tables for the courses, right? Therefore, for the course, we also have to add this foreign key CID references courses. Courses is another table we didn't show here. This courses table covers the basic information for the course, right? So in this table creation, so we declare SID CID combined as a primary key for the enrolled table. We also find this SID and CID, they are very different and they're very special because they are the keys in the students table as well as the courses table. Therefore, we have to declare this SID and CID as a foreign key reference to some other tables. This is the grammar. We can declare some attributes as foreign keys, and you may also wonder why we have to declare this. This is very important. It will help us maintain a very healthy tables in our database systems. We will show more in the following pages.